Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and if it's your first time here and you're thinking of playing Star Citizen, you're most definitely in the right place. If you've seen some of my videos or other videos about Star Citizen and you're wondering, is this for you or not? This is the video for you. I won't shill, I won't lie, I won't trick you with things that are kind of half-truth. No, as you know, if you've been here around before, I'll call it as it is. First thing first, the company is extremely controversial with its marketing practices, with its business strategies, super predatory and just crazy monetization out of everything. That being said, there are aspects of this online service-game that are quite unique and you honestly don't find elsewhere. It is also true that right now, with the latest patch 3.23, it is in a very fragile state, especially in the way you're flying. It is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Having said all of that, still, it is quite unique, and if you ask me if you want to give it a go for some of the cheapest, more affordable ships, I think it's worth it. Even more so to the case, now it is absolutely completely free for you to play because of this, because of Invictus launch week. Now, before you do any of this, have a little bit of patience because I'll explain some important things if you want to start playing, even if you start playing for free. The first thing you want to do is go here, Robert Space Industries, and probably create an account. You can play for free from the 17th to the 19th. You can play for free without spending a single cent. In spite of that, before you sign up, use the referral that you have there below. That is going to be my referral code, which if you then decide to buy a ship, because of using that code, before the promotion ends, you will get a free ship. I'll show you exactly what ship that is. I'll show you exactly the possible benefits that come along with that. But this is the big part, which is you can play without spending a single cent and decide if this is something you want to invest 45, 50 or 60 bucks. Beyond that, in all honesty, I think it's definitely not worth it. Now, capitalism being awesome, you do you. If you want to go and spend $30,000, which you can, on a number of ships, be my guest. I mean, I would not recommend it. I think actually that even if you do have the money, it is at a detriment because it simply encourages very voracious marketing practices that do not focus on developing the game. It only focuses on doing what's been so successful, which is just selling more ships. Right? So the first thing you want to do after giving it a try, deciding if this is something you want to be involved in a little bit more, is you're going to be buying the actual game. In this case, there's no buy game button. There's going to be a pledge button. So you use the referral. You created an account. You already played, but now you want to buy what's called a game package, which basically is this. But you want to click on this one, which is view all game packages. Here is where you get a very clear idea of what you can buy. Remember, it has to be a game package. If you buy a standalone ship, that's not a game package. You will have a ship, you will not have the game. Now, this is the part where, yes, in spite of all of the problems and controversy with Star Citizen, these moments are good sale periods because you can get into the game for 40 bucks. For 40 bucks, you buy the game package, and at least for now, a year, 5 or 10 will go by, and you can still sign up and continue playing without paying a monthly fee. $40 is all you'll ever pay, at least for now, and for the last 10 years, $40 is all you have to pay so as to get into the game. With 40 bucks, you buy yourself your Aurora MR Invictus Starter Pack, and this will include the following. As it says here, you will have 120-month insurance once the game actually launches, which that probably will be never. So for a lot of people, and this is something that CIG themselves say, this is really not important. Although for some people, they do want to have the LTI, the lifetime insurance thing, right? But for 40 bucks, you buy the Aurora, which up until now, it used to be a decent ship, including for combat. Not anymore. You're not going to be doing much combat with an Aurora with the current flight and combat mode model. But you will be able to fly around, deliver boxes, maybe do a little bit of easy combat with some of the low-risk bounties. Anyway, you will get your feet into the game for 40 bucks. And also you get the Invictus Aurora Blue and Gold, which actually looks kind of nice. This is the typical Aurora, which is white and with a little bit of red. This with the blue and gold, that looks a lot better. There's also the option, which is, this is how your Aurora typically looks. This is the Aurora that you have to buy if you want to get into the game, spending as little as possible. If you want to spend a little bit more money and have something of a little bit of a better experience with your starter ship, and given the recent changes in which it is a lot more difficult to make money, it is more expensive to buy the ships in game than before. Again, very brutal marketing and monetizing of the game like we haven't seen up until now, and this seems to be a trend. For 56 bucks, you get yourself the best starter ship, which is the glorious Avenger Titan. Not only that, you get it with a very cool blue and gold paint, which I don't think they sell separately, but there it is. You get the Avenger Invictus Blue and Gold paint. You get the starter, well, a little bit of starter money, 120 months of insurance, which that's basically like 10 years of insurance in game. Personally, this is what I would go for if I start playing Star Citizen right now. I know this ship very well. I know it has a decent amount of cargo. You can throw a little motorcycle or even a small Grey Cat PTV vehicle in the back. You can do a little bit of drug running so as to make some money. There's things you can do with this ship, and it's also quite decent for a little bit of combat. Again, not as good as it was before. It was a lot better before, but still decent and definitely better than your Aurora MR. Oh, but I am super wealthy. You don't understand. I have a lot of money. Okay, do whatever you want. These ships, none of these are better than this one. So this is what you want to get if you want to spend 56 bucks. These ships, no. I mean, none of these things, unless you get into a constellation, which this ship, yes, this will do a combat a lot better. These, there's no point in buying any of this. And this, I cannot in all honesty say that I feel well about spending $275 in a company that's been doing the thing CIG has been doing lately. But again, you do you. You want to spend $1,000, there you have it. This ship does not even have guns. You will not even be able to do combat with that thing. So yeah, follow my advice, stick with this. Now, having said all of this, what I explained before about using the referral, which will give you a little ship which is called the Merling. And what happens when you use the referral is you get the Merling for free. The Merling is a tiny ship that, if you know how to fly it, which you don't if you start playing right now, the Merling is good for PvP, for doing combat against another person, right? And that little Merling, I'll show you right here, is this one, the P52 Merling. This comes completely for free if you use the referral and stays forever in your permanent hangar. Now, the nice thing about this is that even if you are not interested in this, you can throw a couple more bucks on it and upgrade it. The same goes for anything. So you need to understand that what you buy with real money, including your starter ship, that stays in your what's called a permanent hangar, which is basically your real account, the one which you spend real money on. That, at least in theory, should not be touched. Now, I did a video recently how the paint that I have for a ship in my permanent hangar is not available. That is something that they will eventually work out, but it is very concerning that these things even happen. The Avenger Titan will be in your permanent hangar. You see how it's worth 60 bucks? That's how much it's worth normally. Now, because of the Invictus thing, you get it at a discount. But you'll get this one that you just bought, or the Aurora MR, and also in your permanent hangar, you will have the Merling that I mentioned before. Both of these ships will be there forever in your permanent hangar. Both of these ships can be upgraded. It cannot be downgraded. It can be upgraded to something else. So if you throw $5, as you see, I just clicked on it. So for $5, I get what is called a CCU, a chassis upgrade. It's basically like a coupon just to upgrade this ship to this one. I don't think it's a great idea now to upgrade to anything. I mean, hell, you might as well go and throw $5 on the Merling and upgrade it to this little ship, the Pulse. if you feel like spending $5 on something that's kind of silly. Other than that, there's really not much of a point on anything. There's other motorcycles that will fit in your Avenger Titan that are easy to buy in game, and those, yes, are still quite cheap, still in game for in-game money. So no need to buy anything. Just keep the Merlin, or again, you do whatever you want. This ship is also sold in game. This motorcycle sold in game, pretty affordable. I mean, you keep these two things, and as months go by, if then you want to upgrade to something else, you have a little ship which also has lifetime insurance, and that lifetime insurance will be included on whatever you upgraded it to. So even though your Titan or MR has 120 months of insurance, this one that comes because of using the referral, this one has lifetime insurance, never expires once the game actually goes live, which as far as we know, that will be never. But if one day that ends up happening, this one has lifetime insurance, the other one has 120 months. So those are the facts that you have. Again, my advice, recapping on all of this, Invictus Launch Week, you can play for free. Go do that right now. Create your account, use a referral, play for free. If you play for free after these days and you decide that, yes, I'm okay with continuing playing, then that's a moment in which you actually pay, and remember what I explained here. Guys, that's as easy and simple and as clean and transparent as I can explain it. I hope you enjoy this. See you next time. Take care.